Hey guys, so I'm back with another episode of Dead Cells. I know I've been gone for about a week or so, but you'll have to excuse me because the family dog is currently having health problems, and it's just been really hard on all of us. Um, And so I was a little depressed about that. I was kind of arguing with my father and my sister over it, and it wasn't good for any of us. I mean, I won't go into detail because that's not what you guys come here to watch, right? You don't come here to listen to me bitch and moan about my personal problems. So I'm just gonna say that's why I was gone for so long, and let's just focus on Dead Cells. So naturally, I'm gonna go for brutality. I only have brutality-based weapons anyway. And that extra damage is, I mean, it's, you know, you can't really do without it. Oh yeah, another thing too is that while I was gone, I did play some episodes which, I mean, well, not episodes, but I did play some parts of the game which I did not record. And I got the teleportation rune, and I got that other one that allows you to bust through the floors with those runes. And so, yeah, I apologize for not recording that, but again, you know, I was just stressed out because of the dog issue and such. I apologize for that, but you know what? I'm back. Oh, hey, the Impaler. I wonder if I should go with that instead. You know, I really... Oh, wait a minute. The Assassin's Dagger. The Assassin's Dagger is really fantastic because, you know, most of the time when you're playing the game, or at least when I play, I'm usually rolling behind enemies and attacking them. And with the Assassin's Dagger, it's a guaranteed critical blow when you hit enemies from the back. So I'm gonna take that and replace my other twin daggers here. And yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, see, there you go. Critical hit. Although honestly, I like the infantry bow better because, I mean, you can get guaranteed criticals no matter what side you're on. Although, like all the other ranged attacks, you know, it does rely on ammo, so you're almost kind of boned if you're trying to use it on a boss. Although not really, because again, one of the changes made in the brutality update was that against bosses, your ammo will slowly recharge. It's just that it will take much longer to defeat the boss than would otherwise be normal. I want to pick that up because the turret is really nice to have for like passive damage, but you know, I've already invested so much in brutality. I remember a knife storm that was back in the... Oh yeah, see, like here. If you stomp on that, you can break the floor if you see that little red rune on the floor. And I did pick that rune up in a playthrough that I did not record. Again, apologies for that. So yeah, here's a... Oh, my bad. It's not knife storm, it's throwing knife. Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. Let's see. So, because again, like I haven't unlocked too much, I feel like just going through Promenade rather than sewers because it's just easier, and I want to grind for cells. You know, those big blue orbs that drop from enemies. so that I can unlock more stuff and hopefully upgrade like my potions. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna take it anyway, just to fill the slot with something. Even though I don't have any tactic scrolls. Oh, huh. What do we have here? Yeah, you know, I think I'll take this instead. Because I like fire grenades better than the turret. And so, let's see. Jeez, I only have 8 cells. What did I want to upgrade? It's been about a week since I last played. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, I think it was this one, gold recovery. Yeah, because that gold recovery, the gold recovery, the healing potion, and the oh geez, where's the recycling thing? Yeah, anyway, the gold recycling, all those 3 things really greatly help you in your playthrough, especially when you start out. It's really nice to have a pot of like 10,000 to 30,000 gold to start off with. That way you can buy whatever items you want to buy, especially if you come across an item with like just really good stats. You know, like for instance, a freeze blast with the mod bleeds when what was it? Bleeds when thawed. Yeah, they bleed when they thaw out. I don't know. Since that update, I haven't seen it. But on the other hand, it was kind of a rare mod to begin with, so I don't know if the dev took it out of the game or not, to be honest. I'll just have to keep playing and see, I guess. Yeah, and the nice thing about projectiles is that they're really good against those bird-like enemies. So long as there's not too many. If there's a lot though, I prefer to use the infantry grenade. Those are a bit better. Yeah, since I don't have a shield, I'm probably just gonna go straight for tactics if I'm not offered brutality. Just cause. I don't know if I really feel like the bigger health bonus alone is worth it. I mean, you know, I understand that the dev wants us to he wants players to experiment with different builds, but I mean the problematic thing is that in games like these, DPS is just probably more important than anything else. I mean, and there's I haven't, you know, I think all game developers feel the same as he does, but to my knowledge, I haven't seen any game devs have an effective way of dealing with it. Although, you know, I want to point out that I do feel like the brutality update is a move in the right direction. I mean, just experimenting with shields and stuff, I have ended up more often with builds that are not just purely, you know, just pick up the damage roll and that's it, right? Although, I don't know. Personally, I think if he wants to see more damage-based builds, he would probably need to give shields like either more damage potential or like secondary effects that make them more powerful so that they're more worth investing in. And then as far as the tactics thing, like the skills, I think he would have to have the tactics scrolls reduce the skill timers more. Oh dang. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got my skills. What am I doing? Yeah, so I mean skills have their place, especially because they, in my opinion, they tend to be a really good source of like instant DLT. you just toss a grenade and you forget it, right? Unlike with some of the other weapons, like the other weapons, you actually have to stand there and whack the guy to apply the DLT. So, oh man, oh this is not good. Jeez, that was so terrible. But anyway, yeah. So skills do have their place, but oh Jesus, for people to actually start speccing into like shield builds or even hybrid builds, I think the skills and the shields do need to be stronger. So I don't know. Oh jeez, I'm in trouble here. I need to run away. Oh, how did I even get there in the first place? Oh boy. So that was a big mistake. But that run was so short and unsatisfying. I don't think I'll end the video here. I'll try one more time. So let's just pick up my gold and let's give it another shot. Oh yes, oh yes. I mean, I have to say Frost Blast is arguably my favorite weapon in the game. Just because personally, I mean, I don't know how other people feel, but personally I feel like disabling your enemies somehow is necessary to get farther. That's why I like freeze most of all, but I also like stun too. It's just that stunning tends to be more limited than freeze, just because like Frost Blast, you don't have ammo, right? You just freeze as much as you want. Unlike say that ice grenade, which it doesn't have ammo, but it has a really long timer. And yeah, there's no shields that can freeze. And freeze, unlike stun, it actually slows down the enemies, so it makes them so much easier to deal with. Anyway, yeah, that was my auntie. She was asking me a question. I don't know if you heard, but I can't answer her right now because I'm busy trying to record this video. Unfortunately, so sorry, auntie. I'll explain to you later. But I can't talk to you right now. Yeah, so anyway, back to, yeah, so freeze. Yeah, it's generally, in my opinion, freeze is better than stun. If there was a more reliable means of stunning, or you know, because like the Nutcracker, for instance, it stuns, but only if they're at 75% health or higher. I think there's a stun shield too, but again, unlike freeze, stun does not slow down your enemies. Yeah, so infantry grenade is one of my other all-time favorites just because of all the skills, it has one of the shortest timers. And yeah, I do like fire grenade just because it tends to apply more damage over time. Oh boy, what is this? Yes, you see how easy the freeze made that? It made it so much easier to deal with them. Because one of the problems of dealing with the elite enemies is that they're so much faster than normal enemies. So freeze makes it much easier in my opinion, just because again it causes enemies to be slowed down for a short time after they're thawed. Yeah, since I have freeze blast, I'm definitely not gonna pass it up and go with a shield build. I'm definitely not. And since I'm gonna depend on my skills too, this time I will hybridize into a like hybrid brutality tactics build, just because not only for the damage of say fire grenade, but also because I need those timers to be so much shorter than they are. To me the timers on the skills are really the limiting factor of the skills. And this is the frontline shield. Yeah, you know, I'm interested in trying the frontline shield just because it gets extra damage reduction compared to... Oh, and that's another advantage of the frost blast, the freeze blast or whatever, is it can even shield it can even freeze shielders from the front. And I should have showed you that there. If I encounter another one, I'll show you that it does that. But yeah, I mean, there's like nothing not to like about the frost blast. Oh wait a minute, did I? Oh yeah, I hit a little secret area. I think I hit one up here too. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's just continue on. And did I? No, I did not find the promenade yet. Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's move on, because I've pretty much explored everything else here in the beginning area. And hopefully I do better this time, but I will admit that when I'm talking and playing at the same time, I do get hit a lot more often than I normally do in normal play when I'm not talking. It actually is kind of difficult to concentrate on both at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I want my Let's Play vids to have useful commentary, so you know, I'm gonna do it anyway, just cause. Oh, there was nothing down there. That's the random element of this game here. So yeah, as you can see, infantry grenade is really good at at dealing with those birds. Oh, wow, okay. He died from falling. And so, yeah, I really like it. Again, nothing that I do not like about Frost Blast or Freeze Blast or whatever it's called. So again, no shields. I'm gonna go into brutality. Oh no. Oh, these guys are one of the worst. Oh boy, I always get nervous when I try to fight one of those guys. So damage reduction and brutality +1, and collecting cells in gold without needing to be in range. Everything on that is good. The prisoner's collar has absolutely no benefits, so of course I'm gonna trade up. Oh yeah, and speaking of Frost Blast, one of the interesting things to note now is Frost Blast now actually does significant damage on freeze. It's like if you watch here, see, all I did was freeze him and it took him down to like 2/3 health, right? That's a really great change in my opinion, because before the update it would barely do any damage at all. It's pretty negligible, truth be told. Oh no, it's that wooden dummy again. So yeah, actually now even Frost Blast is really good for dealing with these birds, because in the later levels when there's multiple birds, if you notice, Frost Blast is able to hit multiple enemies in a small AoE in front of you all at once, and so that makes it good for dealing with birds, because something like, say, the infantry bow, while it's really good at dealing with single birds one at a time, it's really problematic when you gotta. It's really problematic when you have to fight a whole swarm of birds. It's really problematic. So yep, I'm gonna take every opportunity I can to use that floor breaking rune, just because in my first playthrough, I mean before the brutality update, I never actually picked that up for some reason. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. And brutality or tactics? Again, I think I'll try to balance it a little bit between tactics, although I think I'll leave the tactics a bit lower than brutality, because I think brutality is probably gonna be my main source of damage. I mean, I'm just guessing, really. I'm still in the process of feeling out the brutality update. I'll be honest with you. Although I still maintain my opinion, and yeah, we don't need the ice grenade here because we have the frost blast. And anyway, I'm still of the opinion that the brutality update really was overall a general improvement to the game. There really is nothing I don't like about it, honestly. At least nothing that I'm aware of yet. Every change that is noticeable, I have really liked. And so even though this game is in beta, I mean honestly, I mean not beta, what did they call it? It's not finished its development yet. It's not like it's not a completed game yet. So even though it's not been completed yet, I still feel like it's really still a great game overall anyway. And I think it's worth, unlike other games that have not yet been completed, I believe that Dead Cells is one of those games that actually is worth the money despite not having been completed yet. I mean, my opinion is the game is just that good. It's a lot of fun to play, although it can at times be punishing and frustrating. It's still a lot of fun to play, really. Oh, that's right, you can't roll through that one. Oh, here we are. Yeah, these dummies, they are the bane of my life. They make dangerous enemies so much more dangerous. Alright. I still don't have that ability to wall jump yet. And I'm not really sure where you're supposed to get it. I have not played the game that far yet. Oh boy. I suspect it's in one of those other areas that I haven't really explored yet. Not the toxic sewers, but oh, you know what? I did not use the rune to go here yet. So I think possibly it might be here in the ossuary. Although I don't know if I'm really prepared to play the ossuary. It is a bit harder than say the ramparts, but heck, you know what? It's been a while since I played the ossuary. Let's play it. Who cares? If I die, I die. I unfortunately am not good enough at the game to get really long, you know, no death streaks yet. I'm not sure if anyone is, although I haven't really watched other YouTubers play, to be honest. You know what, but there's always good players in every game. I'm sure there are players that are able to do that. But anyway, we're not watching their videos, we're watching mine. Or well, all one of you, I guess, is watching some of my videos. I hope. So yeah, as you can see, freezing makes things so much easier. I mean, without the ability to freeze, I believe the ossuary would be so much harder. Especially guys like that. I haven't really developed a good way to deal with them except by tossing something, some kind of DOT at them, like the fire grenade, then running away, then repeating it again. Even guys like this. I mean, in fact it's for that very reason that if I see fire grenade and infantry grenade, I pick it up and I invest in a hybrid skill. Just because, broadsword, it does do more damage than the impaler. Because the impaler is only gonna do the same amount of damage if I'm critting all the time, which only happens if the enemies are against the wall. And I can tell you from experience that that doesn't happen too often, so I think I'm gonna take the broadsword. Oh, hey, you know, I didn't notice, but you know, the broadsword has a survival color to it. I think you could reasonably play the broadsword in a shield build. So yeah, you see that was a shielder and he got frozen from the front. Again, I mean, that's one of the things that makes Frostblast so good. I mean, enemies like this, which would otherwise be like incredibly dangerous, are much easier to manage. So yeah, I'm gonna run back a bit. If he wants to... Oh, how come he's not teleporting to me? Oh right, the biter swarm. Still, the electric whip in my opinion is not the greatest. Gets double damage on a burning target, but still. Honestly, the electric whip is another one of those things that I mean, all the whip-based weapons I think could use certain improvements to make them better. It's just their DPS is so low. I mean, it's disappointing, really. Yes, you know, maybe if I unlock more hybrid survival brutality weapons, maybe I'll try going with a... Maybe I'll try going with a hybrid survival, maybe brutality build or something. Because, yeah, it's just... You know, as a player, I just find it so difficult to give up DPS for health because, you know, if you can only choose between one, I mean, like most gamers, I'm gonna tell you the exact same thing that every other gamer is gonna tell you. DPS is more important. I mean, so what if you have a huge health pool? I mean, if you can't kill your enemies before they kill you, I mean, it doesn't matter how much health you have. Yeah, so this biter, killed enemies spawn biters. It seems like it's actually a really useful affix to have on your weapon. It very much seems to be distracting my enemies. At least when there's weaker enemies around for me to kill. Oh, that was overkill. Oh boy. See, enemies like this always make me nervous. I have so much difficulties trying to kill them without getting damaged. So yeah, as you can see, I am very much sort of like a glass cannon right now. Honestly, if I had went like some hybrid or taking some points in survival, I wouldn't be so fragile, but oh jeez. So let's try to be careful here. I find that I usually do better if I slow down a bit and be a bit more careful, even though I take much longer to play. A lot of my damage is just like careless damage that I wouldn't have to take if I was just a little more careful. So like what I'm doing here is I'm rolling away very often. I'm just taking a few pot shots here and there. Yeah, and I want to approach this guy very carefully because their damage is kind of difficult to avoid since they do damage in that huge circle around them. Oh boy, yeah. Sometimes this game is, I feel like it is rather punishing. But it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be challenging is what it is. And even though I die a lot, I do actually still enjoy the game, believe it or not. I have had some limited success with the type of build that I'm using now. I think it was with a similar build, at least before the Brutality update, where I was finally able to beat that end boss, the what's his name? The Watcher, the guy on the chains. I will admit though that it doesn't happen very often. It actually is a very difficult boss. Not the boss, I mean, it's just rather it's difficult to survive long enough to get to the boss. That's the problem I have, really. So yeah, I don't benefit from survival too much, so again I'm going to go with Brutality. Maybe I should pick up a survival scroll or two though. I'm feeling so fragile, and I really don't like it. I wish I had just a bit more HP, man. This is terrible. Man. Oh, this game. This challenging game. Well, I'm doing alright so far. I'm still alive, even though I'm in the ossuary. So I feel like I'm doing reasonably well. Okay, another scroll. You know what? I will take a survival scroll, and I went from 170 to 206 HP. Not quite the increase I expected or wanted, but that's okay. Now, I really would like to spec into a throwing knife, but I don't have the build to make it work. I mean, if you want to main, because I'm not giving up Frost Blast, if you want to main a projectile weapon that has ammo, in my opinion, you really gotta have a grenade with that affix of it causes arrows to fall from your target, which I do not have, so unfortunately. Yeah, because I really, against the tougher enemies, ooh, another scroll. Yeah, against the tougher enemies, I really like damage over time items. Man, this thing spawning these guys behind me. Man, what a sneaky trick. But so long as I'm paying attention and I'm freezing them, not a big deal. Alright. Okay, so I am getting... Oh man. I am getting a little nervous, but I'm still doing relatively well. Or at least those guys don't do too much damage. That wasn't too bad. These spiky guys, they're sort of tricky because if you hit them from behind where their spikes are with a melee attack, you take damage, guaranteed. Heck, if you even just touch the spikes without attacking, you take damage. You know, ranged builds do a lot better against those guys, generally, in my opinion. Oh boy, they do a lot of damage. And I'm out of potion. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers and just kind of hope to God I do not die. Because I'm not really upgraded like I was before the brutality update. Since the brutality update, I haven't really played that much. That's why. Because I've been getting into another game, Borderlands 2. I'm finding it so fun. Ooh, a new Frost Blast. So, oh, brutality +1. Let's see, more damage. And 100% damage on a burning target. This could work really well with the fire grenade. And the viscera of dead victims explodes, inflicting damage. I've always been a little unclear as to how exactly that works. Alright, I started with that. I can't sell it. I think it's sort of like causes their corpses to explode, dealing small area damage, but yes, it's kind of weird. I haven't used that affix too much, so I'm not exactly clear on how good it is, but it does seem to noticeably help with damage. What is that? I don't believe I've ever seen this before. Heavy turret, yeah, I've never seen that before. I'm thinking that it's a new item. Oh yeah, so like right there, it looks like the Frost Blast did a ton of extra damage. Probably because that guy was burning. So that is just fantastic. Oh no, oh no. Oh, thank God that guy rolled the other way. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm still not the best at this game, but I like to think I'm getting better, you know? Oh boy. Okay, so I'm getting nervous because I am out of potions. And did I find anywhere with an exit yet? Yeah, I didn't. Oh wait, you know what? Let me go back. Oh no, there's nothing over there. Oh boy. Yeah, so I could. Oh yeah, here. Just as I say that, here's the exit to the Black Bridge, so I don't have to worry too much. Let me just see if there's. Since I've been taking my time in this run, all the time doors are gonna be closed, so I may as well take my time and explore to see if there's any other scrolls or, you know, maybe items to pick up. Before I head to the Black Bridge, I want to be as strong as possible, just because I don't want to lose. Oh, huh. There was a bustable 4 there. No joke. Oh. Oh, how did I freeze that guy? That was odd. Because it looked like I was behind him. I mean, in front of him. But yet, it froze him anyway. Wow, yeah, that is just fantastic damage. Freeze them, toss the grenade to get them burning, then freeze them again. Fantastic. I am currently enjoying this run very much. Oh, I don't have enough gold. If I had the gold though, I would spend it without hesitation. That's 10 free cells right there. Wait a minute. What am I doing wrong here? Alright, I want to teleport here, and there's a little area to the right that it seems like I haven't explored yet. Alright, I don't think you want to stomp on those guys. If I remember right, if you land on their backside... Oh wow, Frost Blast putting in some work. Yeah, you see, I'm still like playing as if this was before the update. I was thinking, what am I supposed to do to kill those guys? Because again, before the brutality update, the Frost Blast did very negligible damage. Oh boy, just in time. Yeah, but I forgot now. Like every time you actually successfully refreeze them, it does damage. If they're already frozen, hitting them with Frost Blast will not do any extra damage. But that's just fine with me. I mean, heck, Frost Blast does damage now. That's fantastic. That's why I keep saying, I mean, it's just every little thing about the brutality update I like. I love it. I mean, it's just really good. The game, in my opinion, the game is absolutely moving in the right direction. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. That's why I did take a risk buying the game. Oh right, that's what they called it, early access. I did take a risk buying the game in early access. But, you know, in my opinion, the game is just so good. Yeah, okay, so there's a time door up here which I can't open. There seems to be this little area right over here above the bear trap that I seem not to have explored yet, oddly. So let me go back and check that out. Is this it? Ah. Okay, so going here, it leads to the bear trap. So yeah, the nice thing about the bear trap is this is a skill that would work well in a shield-based build. Because as you can see, it's hybrid, tactics, and survival. For my purpose, I'm not meaning tactics, and I'm not playing shield at all. So to me, it's going to be useless, and it's, again, in my opinion, freeze is much better. But just as a side note, I do want to comment and note that it's actually a really good weapon to use on phasers. You know, those guys that keep teleporting to where you are and they're kind of fast. The reason being is it'll trap them in place and it will not allow them to turn around. And you know, this Frost Blast is a brutality skill. So in a shield-based build, unless you hybrid with brutality, it's not going to be too useful. But if you were just going straight survival, you could use that weapon and, you know, expect. Oh no, you wouldn't want to go straight survival. You'd want to go pick up some tactics to reduce the cooldown. But anyway, it does benefit from the survival scrolls. You know, as you saw. So I just wanted to make a note of that. Fires on all nearby enemies. Oh wow, it increases your damage too. You know, I want to unlock that later, but I think I'll unlock this first. Yeah, boy. Keep some more of my gold when I die, and I will die a lot. Stock change. You can refresh the contents of the shop. You know, I also want to get this one, stock change and the potion, before I unlock any more. What should I go for first? I think I'll go for the potion. Yeah, so I hate to say it, but it's gonna be a while before I have new weapons to play with, but that's fine by me. And you know what, I can always change my mind in the future. There's no rule in the game saying that you can't change your mind and you can't spend your cells on different stuff in the future. So yeah, who cares? I'll just spend it on what I want to right now. Oh yeah, look at that damage. So it doesn't freeze him, but oh, that was a bad idea. Oh no, that was bad. Ooh, this fight always makes me kind of nervous. Because I've gotten noticeably worse. Oh boy. Yeah, being able to freeze him is real nice because it gives me an opportunity also to use my pot. If I wasn't able to freeze him, I don't know if I'd really get an opportunity to use my potion. Then again, if I had a reliable means of stun, like maybe the stun shield or the bear trap, I think I could probably do it. But I will explore that in another playthrough. Alright, time doors. I took too long. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm not really too great with the time doors. I tend to take my time when I play. Because some of these enemies, they're just so ridiculous. The way they gang up on me. It's so unfair. Yeah, you know, I'm just joking really. It's fine. The game is supposed to be challenging. So anyway, let's move on to the Fog Fjord. And let's see what we can do. These guys. I hate these guys. They always spawn into extra enemies afterwards. Oh boy. Yeah, so another time door. Took too long. Oh yeah, you know what though? I really should put in effort into getting those time doors, because there's certain schematics that are locked behind time doors. So I will do that. That's on my to-do list. I will try to do that later. Jeez, that's a lot of biters. Oh, I hate those guys. Those cannonballs. Because they fling it at you from so far away sometimes. Let's see. Okay, so let's stomp and freeze. And let's pick up our scroll. Yeah, so honestly, the 20% health increase from the survival, that last survival scroll I picked up, that was so disappointing. Oh boy. You know, I think I'll just go straight brutality already. Oh no, wait, yeah. I keep forgetting the fire grenade. So the infantry grenade. Ah, dang. See, I'm still in the habit of thinking this is like the before the brutality upgrade. I keep forgetting the. Right. You know what I should have done is I should have went with Knife Storm. Because Knife Storm as a skill, it benefits from brutality, whereas Fire Grenade does not. Oh well. Maybe I can pick one up in the future. Let's check. See, my Frost Blast only gets double damage on a burning target. So if I switch to Knife Storm, what was that? So if I switch to Knife Storm, I'm probably gonna lose a lot of Frost Blast damage, which is unfortunate. Those biters that spawn are so fast. And each of them doesn't do too much damage on their own. But goodness, like, when you're taking damage from them throughout the whole level... Oh boy, what am I missing here? Oh, I see. Oh, wait. I see, I think I gotta go back a bit. Climb up here. And let's have a look at what's in this door here. Okay, so yeah, the exploding viscera, it does extra damage, but honestly, I've never thought of it as very helpful. There's a lot of other mods that seem a lot more helpful. See, I got the village key. I should be able to open that locked door now. I should explore at the top though. Maybe and then yeah, okay, so I can get up here. Then I can go in this door and see what we have in here. Oh, we have a shop. 100% damage on a burning target, and don't care about the viscera. This is a fair improvement. It gets extra damage on a stunned or poison target, but I don't have any sources of stun or poison. This one, I think I'll probably have to go with this one just because it gives extra damage on a burning target. So it's very likely going to benefit me more. So yeah, let's go with that. Sell our broadsword. Turn. Yeah, it's. No, I'll be honest. It's still taking me a lot of time to get used to this game. I mean, to the update. I mean. So let's unlock the door, and let's move ahead. Away. Oh man. Oh boy, I narrowly avoided that one. Yeah, the nice thing about the balance blade is, oh, thought I had hit my freeze blast there. Is it's very fast, unlike say the broadsword. So it's much easier to like say attack, take a few quick swipes, then roll away, right? Brutality or tactics? I'll put one in tactics. Just to get a little bit better cooldown. And a little bit more damage on my fire grenade. Just because damage over time is just so good. It's so good to have against the tougher enemies. Oh, and those super fast teleporting biters. Good god. Oh boy. I'm so out of practice. I literally have not played this game in like a week. Yeah, we're not a range-based build, so I don't saw this. But yeah, you know, I will... Alright, you know what I should do is I should burn them first and then use the balance blade. Reason being is it gets double damage if they're burning. Oh no, the exploding eggs. What the heck? So, wait, did I visit here already? Oh, I do not think I did. Jeez. It's so hard to deal with them without taking any damage. Well, I rolled into that one. I better pot out. Oh, it's a cursed chest. Yeah, you know, that's another strange aspect of the game. The cursed chests, I think they reward you with better items, but you have to be able to kill 10 enemies without getting hit once. Otherwise, you automatically die. So, like for me, I found it like impossible to do. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I don't know if other players are, but honestly, I think that's one aspect I would like to see change. I mean, maybe lower the number of enemies that you gotta kill without getting hit. You know, I don't really need this right now. I think maybe I'll visit it if I need extra health though, because I'm quite clearly out of potions at this point. Oh, there's a chest up there. Okay, let's pick that up. See if we get anything good. Oh, see, yeah, that's the affix right there. Victim suffers bleed damage when it thaws out. On Frost Blast, that is so good. Especially for my style of play, I tend to freeze and then roll around a lot. Freeze again, then roll around some more. I mean, you can stack so much bleed damage doing that, but... should I use this one? I would have to give up the burn damage, but honestly, having reduced damage taken is a really good affix to take. I would get tactics +1, and it would still do damage. So you know, I think I'm gonna replace the fire grenade because when they thaw out, it'll do bleed damage. So I think I'll try it. Let's give it a shot. Not that I even need it. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's one of the bad things. If you freeze those axe throwing guys after they throw their axe, it will boomerang back and hit you. So you keep that in mind when you play. Try to avoid it. Unlike me, just roll and get hit by it. Oh, jeez, yeah, I better go back and pick up some health. So I'll go back to that, I think it was here. Go back to that store, see if I can pick up some health. Heck, let's see if I can even get enough health. Because these two only restore 15%. Okay, I think I have to buy everything. Because these restore very little. You see, it didn't restore much, right? Buying all three was equivalent to using a potion, basically. And I just gotta hope and pray I don't take too much more damage in this run, because that was horrible. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I forgot those guys teleport. You know, honestly, now I'm regretting giving up the fire grenade. Oh man, this is bad. This is so bad. I'm just taking so much damage from these stray worms. Or biters or whatever. You know, there's a very good chance I'm gonna die before I reach the next area here. I think I'm just gonna try to run past the enemies without fighting them too much. Hopefully I'll have a higher chance of surviving. So maybe let's just freeze and run away. Oh, well then again, there's like easy guys like that are by themselves. Yes, I will take advantage of them. Oh, jeez, yeah, I think this is leading to the next area already. That was so close. 31 HP, come on. Give me a break, game. Give me a break. break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Okay, so yeah, just putting the cells into the potion because I want to unlock that. Would be nice if I could have 3 swigs of potion rather than 2. And let's move on to the clock tower. Right, this was a new area. Oh, and if memory serves right, this area was significantly harder than the early areas, like really significantly harder. I had a very difficult time the first time I tried to play this. I'll say, what? Did that guy just throw a grenade when he jumped back? Or was that my imagination? Oh no, it wasn't. These guys are chucking grenades. Let's see what? Oh, I better be careful with these guys. Alright, yeah, these grenadiers, they chuck cluster bombs now. Oh jeez, this is going to be so hard. I'm probably going to die here. I mean, I'm going to try to play as carefully as I can, but goodness gracious, these guys are so much harder. What is this? Oh, that was a teleport one? Oh, these guys. Oh, no, I do not. Oh, I did not want to fight an elite version of that. And I got killed in 2 hits. Jeez. Oh man, so I don't know about the balance of the new area. It seems like way too difficult. But we did pretty good, and you know, actually the problem could just be that I haven't unlocked too much yet. So for now, I will call it quits because I felt satisfied that that was a good run. If you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.